Trying something a little different today. I'm going to be holding my microphone. So let's see if this sounds better with me holding my microphone. What's up, Fin fans? So today they made things official and they signed, well, they made official that all of the coaching moves, well, not all of them, but most of the coaching moves are official. So that's what this video is about. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to get to your comment of the day. And then tomorrow's video is going to be about positions of needs for the Miami Dolphins. So tomorrow's video, I'm going to essentially be breaking down where we need to focus on getting players in and all that jazz. But right now, let's talk about the coaches that are officially on the Miami Dolphins after Brian Flores has been officially hired. So the list, I've been talking about it a lot. So you already know, you got Jim Caldwell is the assistant head coach / quarterbacks coach. Now, there was the rumor that they were bringing in a different quarterbacks coach, and Jim Caldwell was just going to be the assistant head coach, but off of the Miami Dolphins website, which I'll put, it's tiny here. So it's very tiny right here, but I'll put the tweet. Here's the tweet, and then here's what I'm reading. Just follow me on Twitter and you can see all this stuff. But anyway, so Jim Caldwell is the assistant head coach and quarterbacks coach. We saw that coming. I like the move because he's been a head coach before. He knows the things he needs to do. He knows the things not to do, and he can help Brian Flores. If Brian Flores has any questions like, hey, what do I do about this? Or I'm kind of torn between this and that. What should I do? Caldwell could be like, look, this is what I did, and I fell flat on my face. So try this. He can get some advice. Then we have Dan Crossman, who's a special teams coordinator. He came from the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills didn't have a great special teams coach, had a very great special teams in general. But Darren Rizzi didn't want to stay with the organization anymore because of not getting the head coaching job. So Darren Rizzi is now with the Saints. And we have Danny Crossman. We'll see how this pans out. I don't like the move. I would prefer to kept Rizzi, but Rizzi didn't want to stay. So Rizzi went to the Saints. And then we got Patrick Graham as defensive coordinator. You guys all already knew this. He was the linebackers coach for the Green Bay Packers and their run game coordinator or run game specialist or whatever. He's now the Dolphins defensive coordinator. I did videos. If you go back, you can see the videos I already did. I already talked about Caldwell. I already talked about Graham, Crossman. There's a few of the guys on here I already talked about. So if you want a more in-depth video, a more in-depth feel on their past and everything, go check out the other videos. I'll link one of them at the end of this video. So if you're like, hey, who are these people? You can go back and check that video out, but be sure to go check more videos out. Then we got Chad O'Shea as our offensive coordinator. Chad O'Shea was with the New England Patriots. He was their wide receivers coach. Now, a lot of people were like, Chad O'Shea? What is this, a little leprechaun coming in here coaching our offense? Chad O'Shea was going to be the successor when Josh McDaniels was going to the Indianapolis Colts. So when Josh McDaniels was going to the Colts, Chad O'Shea was going to be the new offensive coordinator for Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. Josh McDaniels was like, nah, I'm going back to New England. But we all knew why he went back to New England. No one's talking about it. No one's saying anything about it. But he went back to New England because when Bill Belichick retires, Josh McDaniels will be the head coach. It's not been official. Everyone's been speculating it. I've been speculating it, but it's going to happen. Josh McDaniels, that's the reason why he stayed with New England. But just so you know, Josh McDaniels, once Bill Belichick leaves, you're not inheriting Tom Brady. You're going to have to find your own quarterback like you did in Denver. And you're going to have to build your own team like you did in Denver. And you're going to fall on your face like you did in Denver. And then the Miami Dolphins are going to be the new New England Patriots of the AFC East. And we're going to run this town. We're going to get to Super Bowls. We're going to own the division for 18 years. Then we have Josh Boyer as our defensive pass game coordinator / quarterbacks coach. Now, Josh Boyer is another disciple coming down from New England. He was with the Patriots as a defensive assistant from 2006 to 2008. He was their defensive backs coach from 2009 to 2011. And he was their cornerbacks coach from 2012 to 2018. And now he is with the Miami Dolphins as their defensive backs coach. He essentially took the same position, but he went with Brian Flores. So essentially Brian Flores was like, look, you're already under me. You already know how I'm doing. Oh, let's go. And then we have Carl Dorrell. I'm probably saying his name wrong. You guys always tell me when I say all these people's name wrongs. He is the Miami Dolphins wide receiver coach. Fun fact about that, first ever NFL coaching job, 2008 to 2010, Miami Dolphins wide receiver coach. Then he was their quarterbacks coach in 2011, the Dolphins. Went to Houston, 2012 to 2013, quarterbacks coach again. Left, went to Vanderbilt, offensive coordinator / quarterbacks coach. Came back with the Jets, wide receiver coach for the past 3 years. Now he's with the Dolphins as a wide receiver coach. We'll see how this pans out. His head coaching record is 35-27. That don't really matter because he's not our head coach. But he's the wide receivers coach, and yeah, he was with the Dolphins for about 3 years. Then you have Pat Flaherty. I already talked about him. Again, go check out those videos where I talk about, updating coaching shits. I'll put it at the end of this video. He was the offensive line coach for the Jaguars. He's now the Dolphins offensive line coach. Then we have George Godsey. Yeah, he's our tight ends coach. He was with the Patriots. Just so you know, a lot of these guys that I'm talking about have been with the Patriots and have been with Brian Flores. That's a lot of times what new head coaches do. They bring the people they know in. But his first head coaching job was offensive assistant, 2011, Patriots. Tight ends coach with the Patriots from 2012 to 2013. Quarterbacks coach, Houston Texans, then offensive coordinator. He was with the Lions from 2017 to 2018. Defensive assistant / special projects. Quarterbacks coach. Now he's with the Dolphins as their tight end coach. Then you got Marin Hobby. I already talked to you guys about him. He's a defensive line coach. He was with the Jags as well. So we got him. And then Rob Leonard, linebackers coach. He was with the Giants. Again, I already talked about that. You got Tony Auden. He's one of the guys, like I said in a previous video, that the Dolphins are keeping on the team from 2018. Flores likes him and is going to keep him on the team. You got Jerry, this last name, Skuplinski. Jerry Skuplinski. He's going to be the assistant quarterbacks coach. Eric Studsville, again, he's going to stay on as the running backs coach. And we have 3 quality control coaches. Josh Grizzard, Matt Lombardi. It's good That's a good coach to have. He's got a good pedigree to his name. And you got Taquan Underwood. These 3 guys are the quality control coaches. So far, that is the coaching staff, 16 members that have been added to Brian Flores' team. And those are the new coaches of the Miami Dolphins. Some might be added, little assistants here and there. But we already know the scouts, so we already know that whole situation. But those are the coaches for the Miami Dolphins. So let me know below. Let me know some of these names that you're like, hey, I know that guy. He did really well with this team. But comment below. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think of first and foremost, the most important ones. Jim Caldwell, assistant head coach. I know it's like a split half and half with you guys like him. Some of you guys hate him as our assistant head coach, as quarterbacks coach. I like it. Dan Crossman seems like a downgrade from Rizzy, but Rizzy didn't want to stay with the team. Patrick Graham, he's our defensive coordinator. I don't even know what to think about this. He's never really done that. Chad O'Shea, I'm optimistic about because he was supposed to take over for Josh McDaniels. And then you have all the assistants and some of the carryovers from the last regime. So comment below, let me know what you guys think. And I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments right now. And this one comes from Gaming ASMR. Now, I got a question for him before I get into his question. Now, I know what ASMR is. And that's when you get really close to the microphone and you scratch on it. And you do shit like that. But I'm wondering, what is gaming in ASMR? Do you have the controller up to the mic and I don't know. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. But he asks me, would you rather draft a quarterback now or wait for Tua? The whole tanking for Tua thing, I know Armando Salguero is huge on tank for Tua. I'm not a big tank for Tua guy. One of the main reasons why I'm not a big tank for Tua guy, what if Tua gets injured next season? What if something happens to Tua? What if he stays on with Alabama? What if it just doesn't pan out for Tua? You're going to tank for this type of quarterback. You're going to tank for this one guy and knock at him. This team isn't tanking. This team is rebuilding. And essentially what they're doing is they are bringing in younger players, they're building a foundation, and they're taking their time. They're not trying to go get the big fat free agencies. I'm going to talk about this in tomorrow's video. We're going to do all that stuff. They're essentially getting the pieces they need to build a franchise and build a winning organization. So the question he asks again is, would I draft a quarterback now or tank for Tua? First, I'm not tanking for anybody. Two, I would prefer this year in the first round to go with best player available. Now, if that's a D lineman, a D tackle, a left guard, a center, a wide receiver, a corner, whoever is the best at 13, or if we could trade back and get more capital and still get the best at wherever we fall down to and get more draft picks, because the Saints moved up last year, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, correct me. And I think they gave up 2 ones. They gave up this year's 1. So if the Dolphins can move back, still keep a first, but then gain a first for next year, I'm down for that. Potentially taking a quarterback in the second round. A lot of these quarterbacks that, a lot of people wanted, like Locke and all those guys, you can get in the second. So, like I'm saying, first round, take best player. Second round, maybe think quarterback. Third round, definitely think quarterback. But I think right now I'm sticking with taking the best in the first round, and then next year definitely, if you don't take quarterback first round this year, next year definitely take a quarterback. But I hope I answered your question, Gaming ASMR. Hope you answered my question. I'm very curious about what Gaming ASMR is. But that is the video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I tweeted out this article, so if you want to read more in depth on who we got as coaches, go follow me on Twitter. I retweeted the whole Dolphins from their page. The coaches that we got, I retweet everything. As soon as I get news, guys, tweet it out. If I'm watching games, if I'm watching the draft, if I'm watching the Pro Bowl, which I didn't watch. No one watches the stupid Pro Bowl. I tweet it out. I tweet out Super Bowl. I was tweeting, so be sure to go follow me on Twitter. Be sure to go follow the boys. If you don't like it, right, don't subscribe just to help me out. If you don't like what you see, you don't feel like you need to subscribe. Just subscribe if you like what you see. If you're like, these guys are funny, I'm enjoying what I'm watching, subscribe. If not, I greatly appreciate you checking out, but don't feel like you need to subscribe for me. Even if you, and if you do, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you guys are friggin' awesome. I think we're almost breaking 400 subs on the Bit Boys. So go over, check it out. If you don't like it, share it with someone who does like gaming and stuff. Help us break 400 subscribers. But be sure to give this video a thumbs up. We got our coaching staff. Next is free agency. Next is to decide what we're going to do with our players. Then after that is the draft. I got so many videos planned for you guys. So many videos planned for you guys. I can't even speak. That's how excited I am. So subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I got free agency videos planned. So if you're not a Dolphins fan, but you're a football fan and you want some free agency news, subscribe. If you're a Dolphins fan, definitely subscribe. I got a ton of stuff planned. But like usual, I will see you guys tomorrow with my positions of needs. That's not even what I'm gonna call it, but you know what I'm saying. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, but like usual, stay classy. Fins up.